Hello, everybody. We'll do a little housekeeping here. We started a new podcast. Now we started
a nasally Ira Glass voice.
Yeah. I like to do it in
NPR.
NPR.
Okay, fine.
Change it up a little bit.
Perfect.
There, that's
Great.
fun.
Go ahead.
All right, we started a new podcast. It's called Welcome to Talktown, but we didn't know what we were starting. We thought had a completely different idea when we started the first episode.
Yes.
Right.
So I know we didn't want to jip you out of the first episode, so we decided to just do a quick intro to say welcome to the podcast, whatever bullshit, and you're going to see the whole beginning.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
You'll see the construction.
Yes.
So basically, the idea is that, we wanted to rebuild society with everything that we know in a better way.
Yes.
And that is Talktown.
Yeah.
This is a fictional town we've created.
For now.
For now. Once we get, and that's on
Once
you.
we get all the permits.
That's on you, America.
Once we get the
You
permits,
can give
we're
us
building
the
this
funding and you can skirt some legalities.
Yes.
We will make this town happen.
JD Vance, are you listening?
It might be expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it.
Worth it. All right. Disneyland was expensive at first.
Here it
but
is.
now look at us.
Look at
They
us.
make money over there.
They're printing money.
And nobody,
Money.
how quick we forgot about the alligator they ate a kid like a year ago. I didn't forget.
I think
got my eye
I'm
on you.
remembering
Yeah,
right now.
right now. Definitely the
Not
time
in
to
Talktown.
talk about that.
Welcome to Talktown. We outlaw alligators. Yeah,
Love that.
nay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see one good thing coming out of an alligator.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
unless
We
he
don't need
throws
to.
up a
We've
child.
got pictures of them, and I think that's enough.
Great. We got pictures. Pictures are enough.
What about though a toothless alligator? Where do we stand on them? Just in the way
They
you
swallow stuff whole. I
Okay,
think they're
all right.
still pretty. I think the teeth, they're a big part of it, but I don't think it's the whole story.
I like this idea of pictures are enough. I like this idea of
not the
pictures, and I don't
whole
want to go
story.
past this.
They're still,
We still have alligators, but pictures are enough. They're in the archives. Check them out if you want.
I think it's great that we have pictures of so many things, and maybe some stuff we don't need it anymore. We've got the pictures.
I think
are enough.
That is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lump them in with dinosaurs. We
Yeah,
go,
exactly.
Hey, they were here too, huh? How about
I mean, we got videos of alligators.
Pictures are enough.
I do like the idea of what you're saying with an alligator, though. If you take away their teeth and you declaw them, they just want to be menaces. You know
They
what I mean?
are-
They'll find a way. They'll grab a gun.
The way they move feels.
They'll figure it out, man.
Yeah,
They'll
hire
buy a
somebody.
gun.
He pays off a guy. I want you to fucking eat that guy for me.
Hire somebody.
Yeah.
They're real, it's like a lot of this, like a lot of snapping.
much
And I think
snapping.
without the teeth, it still would be harmful.
Yeah, that force is
They have
still
a lot.
of force.
There's always facts about. There are facts about them that they can really crush stuff, and then they swallow cats and dogs whole, and it's I don't know if we need that.
The amount of legwork we would have to do to get alligators to where we want them to be,
Is it
for
worth
them to
it?
be domesticated, is
We
not worth
have
it.
bearded dragons and other kind of lizards.
Sure.
And I want to say this. In everybody's heart, you want an alligator to love you. You want it. You do. You look at an alligator, you go, man, I know you'll eat me. But fuck, I would love for you to love me. Right? If you see a video of a guy petting an alligator and you're like, how do you get him to like him? And that guy's like,
I am jealous of every person who interacts with a violent animal and the animal doesn't kill them. I'm like, well, I want to do that.
Exactly.
I want to touch every animal. I just want to make that
animal.
clear.
Isn't that the story of every woman? They're always after the wrong guy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. She swims with
Trying to-
alligators is a song I should write.
She swims with alligators.
That is.
Her boyfriend's mean. She swims with alligators. You know what I mean. She likes a bad boy.
Do you like the idea of a song? You're just like, oh, he's just gonna say mean a bunch.
Yeah,
He's not gonna rhyme from
It's all gonna
mean.
rhyme.
He's just gonna
It's
go
all-
with mean,
Yeah,
isn't he?
just sticks with
Oh.
mean. But I think pictures are enough. No alligators. This is the kind of stuff we're sorting out on Talktown. This
Right.
is what this podcast is for.
Awesome.
Yep. I'll say this. Guys with knife tattoos on their neck, pictures are enough.
Pictures are
You
enough.
don't need that guy in our town.
Pictures are enough.
Unless that knife is the beginning of a story that is on the rest of your body.
Right.
Do you know what I
About
mean?
how you saved someone from a knife.
Yeah, like,
Okay,
like
that guy's allowed.
hieroglyphics of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that's allowed.
That's
And
allowed.
if you see the picture of a knife, and the guy goes, hey, I like it. You go, he spelled it with an N. And you're like, what? It's a picture. It doesn't have the words. But I know what he meant. That might be the highest thing I've ever said.
This is also a part of the podcast.
Yes, a huge part of
Just Greg getting criminally high and saying stuff like that, and Libby and I just dealing with
Yes,
Just
yes.
dealing with it,
We're
man.
just figuring it out together.
Right. This is kind of crazy because this is the last episode we did, but it's also the first episode we did. Like right now, we're recording
thing
the
we're
last
recording now.
episode is the beginning. So they're
But it's
seeing
not the
advanced-
last episode. It's just the last one we did today. That's so far.
You're not promised
It's
tomorrow.
not a 6-episode miniseries.
Yep.
Allegedly, we're going to do this for 30 more years. So
You're never promised tomorrow. And I learned that from a guy who quit his job to do comedy, and he was not good. He was like, "You're not promised tomorrow. I got to do this." And I went, "You should not do this." They were not promised. No one's promised tomorrow. And I went, "Yeah, but you're not promised a laugh, brother."
I think that's a great way to end.
Yeah. Well, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, if you
Good
like,
talk, Dan.
Yeah.
if you like whatever this is,
Yeah.
you're gonna love
Yeah, then keep
an
listening.
extended version of
Yeah.
this. If you hated this, hey man,
Now
great
you know.
to talk to you for a little bit.
Now you know.
Yeah, now you know.
If pictures are enough for you of this, we get it.
See you later, alligator eater.
So close.
Oh man, you're right there.
Lucid. Anyway, you guys were great. I'll see you tomorrow.
You got any? We should do plugs for the intro.
Yeah, check out my show. Check out my show. Check
Tomorrow
out me
next
show
year?
You might be. I'm not gonna say
That's
that.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Welcome to Talk Town, where the chat never stops. Orange hats and black hats, guiding us like signposts. Let's keep the dialogue going. Let's keep the connection strong. Welcome to Talk Town, where we all belong. Where we all belong.
Can I give you some money for the coffee?
No.
I know. I just have to
And
say
also
that.
now? What?
I know. I waited long enough.
No, of
too
course
late.
not. Also, when I asked for the cinnamon powder on it, the guy was like, because it's a nice drink, the cinnamon's not going to melt, so it's just going to be kind of in there. And I was like, this isn't for me.
The guy's
And he goes, oh, got it.
the guy's wrong. I like it. I like cinnamon. I like
You're
the
like a
flavor.
chunky coffee.
care. I like
a chalky coffee.
Like a nice sip and then a big hunk of cinnamon.
That's not how it works. He's wrong.
It's not melted.
What's he talking about? No, that's the bottom. That's the dirt I put in it. Okay, so we should talk once. Maybe do you want to? Should we explain the thing? I had
The
that idea.
podcast?
No, I like the idea that we did the thing about last time on whatever. Do we do it later? Or are we too scared to do it now?
I wouldn't say I'm scared. I just
scared.
don't.
I would do that at the end when we're more comfortable.
And then we just
Yeah,
edit
yeah.
it,
Cut
put it in
it.
the front.
Yeah.
We'll cut it. Okay, we'll cut it.
like
Yeah.
cut it together.
All right.
We don't have any plans on how this goes, right?
100%. I have zero plans. I think Greg has more plans.
Greg has a lot of plans, but there's no stuff. That
What do you
makes
mean?
sense.
Yeah.
It's
well,
kind of the outline of a thing.
yes, but that is also the way
That's
Greg
great.
works.
Yes,
Greg,
it's been fascinating to see how your brain works for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is merely
Or-
the beginning.
Yes, yeah,
Right.
He
yeah.
didn't
see.
even delved into that spider's web that he's got above his eyebrows.
Spiders up above my eyebrows. Are
They're
we
for
ready?
2
Are we hired?
years. That's how long they live.
Yeah. Have we started?
Are we?
I assume we started. I thought we started with the cinnamon thing.
Yeah, that felt
Is he
kinda-
recording?
Yeah, Alex
Yeah,
said we
that's
are.
cool.
All right. So who's the host?
That's an interesting question.
Because I don't want to be the host.
No one. Well, it's kind of. I mean, the whole thing is that none of us want to host.
Why don't I try to be the host?
No.
Okay,
Anthony can't be the host.
we
What
could
the
just
hell,
take
man?
turns.
We'll take turns?
Yeah,
All right, we'll take
you
turns.
host for a bit, and then somebody else just kind of
Yeah.
tag in.
No, I have an idea. That's a great idea.
Put the ticker. Put a clock on
ticker.
for hosts.
What?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, Christ.
Here's the ticker.
Yeah, set a timer.
I have a great idea.
I'm gonna
Do
set a
you?
timer on
Yes.
my phone.
Here's what we're going to do.
what flavor is
Excuse
that?
me.
Oh, melancholy.
I was like, oh, melon. No, okay. Okay.
Here's
Okay.
the idea. Here's what we're going to do. Well, let's presume that they don't know who we are.
I don't think they do.
Well, I had a podcast that had about 200 listeners. So they might, those 200 people here.
I hope they are.
I'll tell you, why don't we go around the room and introduce the other person about how we think about the other person? Like I'll say, this is Allison. She had an abortion show and
Thank you.
is a great friend.
In that order.
Sensitive.
I didn't know you were gonna say show at the end.
Yeah, me neither.
I really wasn't gonna.
That was a left.
She had an abortion yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were very adamant about you still doing the podcast today. So we are happy that you're
Yeah,
here.
we asked the doctor. We
Can
said,
she still podcast?
weird question, but yeah, we do have a Patreon episode coming up. Is she fine for that?
Show me the note. Can I tell you the story?
That's so funny too. To be like, this doesn't get you off the hook with segments, all right?
We have 100 segments.
Yeah, we do have 100.
Yeah, we have 100 segments because you wrote down 4 words together.
Yeah. There's
the way
it's just
Greg
like
works.
phrases that don't make sense, and then you're like,
so-
we'll figure out the rest
We'll
later.
figure it out, man.
I'm so excited to have an ally in the way Greg works.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited
It's
about.
not because it's not just working backwards. That's not what it is.
No.
What are you
it's
talking
a whole
about?
different thing.
Let's just stick it with these
More of a
segments.
spiral.
Greg will go, I was up all night.
I was.
I have a million ideas. Look right here. It says pyramid butt.
What are you talking about? This one is
And then it's our job
Yeah,
to
fill in the
sort out what
blanks.
that could mean.
100%.
Morning Joe. Oh no. Cash is king, right?
Cash is king.
Cash is king. This is where we figure out we get cash involved. And at the end we go, cash is king. Cash is king. Right? Cash is king.
Yeah, unpack that one, maybe.
Yeah, but we'll figure out the beginning. But
Where's
we know
the
the end.
cash coming from?
$50 to throw your glasses in the air.
Show me
Cash
the
is king.
50.
I could. I got so much cash in
So
here.
like the basis of this thing is that you challenge someone to do a stunt, and then
And then
you're
you-
gonna give them money.
And then at the end, you say cash is king because you just want to say cash is king.
Yes.
And this is the
You
first
said it
idea.
already.
Yeah.
This is the top
This is the
tier
top. This
idea.
is number one.
This is the first one I had to write down, which means I was the most excited about it.
What's Morning Joe though? Because Lively
Well-
mentioned Morning Joe before the
well,
podcast
Greg
started.
just wrote Morning Joe, and then his description of it was, I don't really know what this is.
I got nothing. I got nothing, but I like the idea of a segment called Morning Joe.
I do like that idea.
And
as
I
well.
do like, my idea was every episode we just talk about a different guy named Joe. Famous, not famous, doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
But how do we get the morning aspect into it?
It's
We're
the first thing we
sad.
talk about it
We're
because it's
sad
the
about them.
morning with a U.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
Oh.
we're Morning Joe. So we talk about a great Joe that died throughout history.
Oh,
Like Joe
DiMaggio.
Joe
right.
Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo.
Is he dead?
Very much alive.
He did to me.
oh.
But
Well,
never
you
talk
don't
to
want
that
to
guy
bring
again.
that up.
no, apparently not.
You don't want to bring up
I
the.
got problems with Joe Piscopo.
I could tell.
Yeah.
He made a show about. Didn't he make a show years ago? I think he made an HBO show about our hometown or Bloomfield Ave.
What?
Pretty
What?
sure. Alex, you can look this up.
Alex doesn't even have a computer. We're paying him
I
minimum
love
wage.
that.
He's
I
a
just-
lookup producer. This is a hit record producer.
I always love the idea of doing that on a podcast. So just
Yeah.
going to a device that like they go, what? Was I not told?
All I have is today's paper.
Yeah, exactly. Where you just go, well, no,
Just
hit
to prove that we're recording live.
yeah, just go hit the ticker, and he goes, what ticker?
ticker?
Yeah, yeah. I
What
always think that's
ticker?
funny.
Oh.
So this is your hosting chunk.
Yeah. Yeah, you're actually hosting.
The name of this podcast, we think, is Deal With It?
Oh, we should.
I think we don't know.
I think we don't know what it is.
That was
yet.
what I thought. That was the whole idea of creating the podcast.
I know, but we need to see what the podcast is.
Yeah, we're
But
in
I
an
am high.
exploratory phase.
Yeah.
All right, but I am high.
Yeah.
Great.
And you got to deal with it.
Yeah,
We
that's
are
fine.
dealing
yeah,
with
we are.
All right.
Constantly, unavoidably dealing with it.
Is my friendship something you think you have to deal with? Or is that okay?
70-30.
Yeah. Yeah.
70 good or 70 bad?
70 good.
Well, what's the 30?
Constant dealing.
Stealing?
Dealing.
Dealing.
Yeah.
Dealing. 70 wheeling.
Yeah.
Wheeling.
30 dealing.
Yeah.
What's that? How do I fix that? Should I fix that?
I think that's a pretty good
What's yours with Anthony?
ratio. We have to deal with each other.
I don't know.
Don't I have something to deal with.
Yeah, but I'm not in communication enough
Yeah,
with you to
right.
deal with you.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
I would
more.
love to deal with you guys.
Yeah, you could deal with me.
Just
It's
call
a
me.
nightmare.
What's it be a nightmare about?
I don't know. Somebody once told me, they were like, I can't believe you're nice. It's so surprising. And I was like, I'm very nice. I'm angry, but I'm nice.
I've never seen the angry side of you. Maybe I don't know you
I had
well.
a couple people they thought you were, man.
Allison
What's
Libby,
that
ladies and gentlemen.
cantankerous woman that Martin Scorsese likes a lot?
Cantankerous.
Who's, I don't know.
Wait. Let me
And-
pause. Can I pause us? We come right back to this?
Sure.
Because this brings up a great segment that I have. It's called What Do You Think Greg
I
Thinks
don't
That
like
Word
Greg
Means?
hosting. I'll say it. Dealing with Greg hosting is harder than dealing with Greg not hosting.
But this is a great pause.
100% right. Yeah. What?
Cantankerous is a word that I don't know, which is a segment, which is what do you think I would think that word means?
Right.
Oh.
So
Yes.
that's why I had to bring that up right in the middle
Okay,
of that.
I think you think it's a mouth sore.
That's exactly what I thought it was. Wow. Okay, back to the cantankerous woman.
Yeah. Who? What's her name? It's not Annie Leibovitz.
No.
It's
Hathaway.
she's a great writer. Martin Scorsese, he's got a real boner for her. Remember they did that show together on Netflix?
Oh, Fran
Leibowitz.
Fran Leibowitz. Yeah, I get that a
Oh,
lot.
Fran Leibowitz.
I got
I've
that
had a
fun.
lot of people think you're her daughter.
Jewish lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I
I
know.
really appreciate that, and that is a really nice thing to hear.
But I think people don't realize this about you.
Yeah.
You are very nice. You
I
are
am very nice.
You're very
I'm
warm.
nice. We're having a nice time.
I am, and I will also add this into the mix. You guys want to make fun of my segments, but Anthony just did one of my segments, which is actually called "Who's the Guy?" where someone thinks of a guy and the other guy's got to guess who that guy
It
is.
was a woman.
Yeah, but who's the guy is for everybody. A man, woman, it's just a guy.
is genderless.
Guy is genderless.
How many segments are
Oh,
Over 70.
There's so many.
Over 70.
Who's the guy?
There's so many.
Who's the guy?
Oh, man.
Can I do a round? You want to do a round of who's the guy? Can we do a round of who's the guy?
For sure.
How does it start?
I go like this. Blue van. He had a blue van. He was driving in the beginning of the show. It was a blue van. He's that man. He's the fucking dad. This is. I didn't even mean to do
What's
this.
happening?
I honestly can't think of the guy.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
There's a blue van at the beginning of the show, and there's a song, and it's
What
like,
show? This show? No.
if you figure out the show, you
Okay.
might be able to figure out the guy.
Okay.
It's a blue van.
right.
It's driving to New York,
Okay.
and he's like, he's the man. He's the boss. He's the boss.
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss?
Is that what you're
Tony
thinking of?
Danza?
Yes, Tony Danza is the guy. I couldn't think of him. 1 point, Fran.
What?
And Leibowitz.
Who's Anne
hate-
Leibowitz?
I think I don't. She's somebody. And Alex, look him up.
Find out who Anne Leibowitz is and get back to us.
All right, I think I'm being
I think
too much.
isn't she the
Fran Leibowitz.
president
Fran.
of Vogue?
Anna Wintour.
That's it.
I can't believe you got that in there.
Leibowitz not
Yeah.
a name?
Anne
Is
Leibowitz-
Anne
nobody?
Leibowitz is a name,
That's something.
but I don't think it's a famous person. I think it's
It's like a
just
person we know. Oh man.
Am I being too much?
No.
No.
All right.
But I do like
But-
the idea
yeah.
of you hosting
Yes.
like this.
Yeah, you
It
hosting
is
like this is
wild.
really something.
I thought I hated hosting, but turns out I love it. I just get
I
to
think you
interrupt
love
everyone.
it if you have, you know.
I don't know that you necessarily get to interrupt everyone.
Yeah, that's not really what hosting is.
All right, so let's introduce. Welcome to the podcast to be named soon,
Yeah.
which I thought
We're
was
still
called
in the intro.
DWI. Deal with it. We've never introduced. I'm Greg Stone, a comedian, a friend.
Sure.
To my left, all the way, not just right to my left, but further away to my left. Anthony DeVito, who's a friend of mine, is a
Hey.
comedian. I've been my friend since high school.
I know.
And then the woman he's been cheating on his wife with for over 20 years.
What an intro. What a setup.
Anne Leibowitz. Allison Leiby,
Yeah.
which my notes are saying Leiby.
Yes.
How long have we had? Why does it sound like this? Well, how long have we've known each other for like 20 years.
Yeah. I
Did you
mean,
know
we've
that?
all known each other for like 15.
15 years, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. 15?
Which is pretty crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
started like doing some of the math on the comedy friendships, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yes.
Who
No,
would you
so
kill?
many maniacs.
Who do you think's going to die first of all? Your friends are still alive,
Oh man, Greg.
right? But it's a devil's
This
game.
is, they're starting to die.
They are dying.
So
I know.
That
I'm
sucks.
probably next. Ooh,
Okay.
weird.
This is why you're so into immortality.
They're watching
so
this
that you
now
can
after-
fuck everyone.
If you're immortal, you can have sex with every single person on the planet.
That's not what immortality means.
That's what it's for.
Yes.
It's not what it means. It's what it's for.
Okay.
You become immortal so you can have sex with every single person on the planet. Ask me any question. AMA.
8 billion people.
Immortal. Billions of years.
You know,
8 billion years. If you live for 30 billion years, that's less than one person a year.
No, but they're making new people.
No, they're not. Because when you're immortal, people aren't dying. So they have to stop new people coming. So there's now
So it's just going to be a bunch of like old fucks.
everyone's medium age. And
I
there's
don't think you can stop the aging process. I
well,
think
it'll make you
just
look
keep
younger. Good
deteriorating.
creams. Over 1 billion years, we'll figure it out. Over 1 billion years, we got a cream for that
I guess
now.
if we figure out immortality, we can probably figure out reversing aging.
Right. And
Those
Yeah.
two things seem like they're probably hand in hand.
Yeah, sometimes during these, they go too fast for me.
Okay.
So sometimes when Greg gets on a real roll
Yeah.
like this and like talks real
Oh,
fast.
that was one of your segments.
I zone out.
Break it down.
No, break it down to something else. We'll get to break it down. Don't.
Break it down as him. Read the
This
description.
is. I know
read,
break it down is.
Read the description of
I'll
break
read
it
to you
down
break
from the
down.
doc.
I will, but it's not what's happening right now. What's happening now is called Greg's TV show pitch. Break it down is, if I'm high, okay, you got that one. I'll probably say something like, what is racism? And try to break it down. And we call this segment Break It Down. Because, guys, what
That's the sentence that's in the Google Doc.
racism?
Why didn't you read this? I guess I see why you didn't read this doc. That's on me. That's on me.
He hasn't read a thing I've sent him in years.
Oh man,
Break it down. I
Break it
thought this was
down.
break it down.
No, this is celebrity movie pitch.
Okay.
Where I pitch us a movie
okay.
about AMA. Actually, it is a little bit like Break It Down. It's a little bit like it.
They're all break it down.
Yeah. So if you're immortal, we're going to choose every year. Someone goes, you know what? I'm done. I want to die. And then the whole world gets sad because we've known them for billions of years. We let them die, and then there's a lottery to see who gets to have a baby, because that's like the most fun thing, because it's the first time something new happens
wanna
in years.
do it?
What do you mean? Who would want to have the baby?
Yeah.
Maybe not you.
No.
But I guess this, after 100 billion years, you're eventually going to have a baby. You're
I don't
eventually
think
going
so.
to go, fuck it, I want to have one.
No.
After you've
The
done-
more I learn, the less I want to do
So
it.
wait, so you're immortal the whole time, and you're also fertile the whole time?
Yeah. But I'm not fertile now.
No. Yeah, well, because you're the
And I'm
immortality.
going to live for billions of more years like this.
Let me explain how immortality
Okay.
works.
Thank you. Finally.
Please, yeah. Go slow.
Right.
Yeah. Anthony needs slow.
All right. You're immortal.
We're in
right?
the deal, and we're in the 30 right now.
It's essentially through medications and things that would keep you at your pinnacle age, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
it would get you you're not going to be aging as much, right? Your pinnacle age. So your pinnacle age now,
But
right?
it has to be
If you say pinnacle age
Your
one more
pinnacle
time,
age.
pinnacle age. It's like it would have to be like when we immortality doesn't exist yet. So every year I'm still getting older until we discover it.
So let me
I don't get to pick what age.
listen to me, and I'm going to tell you how actually. Let me mansplain this to you women.
Thank you.
To the two women. Is it okay if I call him a woman? Because he's very much like a woman.
Sure.
Because
that's not an insult to me.
I know he loves it.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is a bitch. Just
Guy.
kidding. I like to be a little sexist. So what happens is, right? So we say we figure out the immortality thing tomorrow, right?
I think I'm high now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
I mean, I'm a little high.
Yeah,
I've never seen a guy do weed and so much like cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you process?
I think it's the coffee, brother. Can't mix
That's
the
mostly
two.
milk.
It's mainly
That's what I said to my wife.
Hunks of cinnamon in almond milk.
When people ask me,
And it's light brown.
when I introduce people to my wife, I go, "It's mostly milk."
Oh.
She's a milking machine now. I know this was bad. But you can't judge me for this stuff. I'm gonna say a lot of this kind of stuff.
I know.
And it's going to get worse, and I'm going to be apologizing. I just want to say anything to get a rise out of you.
All you
get
wanted to
excited
do
when
was
you're-
not host a podcast, and here we are, and you're hosting.
I'm not hosting. I'm explaining immortality. You want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Explain it.
Should I
Yes.
stop?
No, keep going.
No.
All right. Here's what we'll do. If you guys want to interrupt and do that, that's fine.
No,
I'll
we're
just
going
keep
to.
my hand up.
Oh.
And then this way, when you're done, we remember to come back to what I was saying.
No.
Just don't wanna
That's not, even that didn't make sense.
I don't want to get lost. I don't want people to forget what I
So
was
if we
talking
interrupt,
about.
we have to remember that you were talking
Yes.
with your hand.
Yeah, because you'll forget.
I know you're talking
But you'll
Yeah.
forget because you guys got such a long
I'm
tangent.
under the impression you want to be talking the whole,
the whole time.
the whole time.
Right.
The whole
So if I'm talking, I know these are precious minutes I'm taking
Yes.
away from what
From
you want to
Greg
do.
talking.
So the minute I'm done, I know to turn to you.
Yes.
Because you have already forgotten the thing you were so excited about, and you're on to the next thing that you're so excited
Yes.
about now.
We
And I
can't
know-
have a
no,
side conversation.
Me going that long was difficult for
Yeah,
me.
It's not
I
that-
can
no.
You're already
Let's correct some things here.
okay.
I love listening.
Corrections. That's a segment.
I love listening. Yeah, write down. You should have wrote it down.
Don't jump ahead.
Can't talk about it if it's not written down. It's not on the. If it's not on the segment sheet, we're not bringing it up.
Okay, well,
That's for next week.
break it down.
So what I'm saying here is,
Cash is king.
I
These are
love listening.
segments.
I
Maybe
love
break
listening.
it down is a good idea for the show.
Am I crazy?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
that could be a title. Maybe this podcast is called Break It Down.
Yeah, where every week the audience gives us a topic and we break it down.
BIT.
Why does it need to be initials for you?
It's fast.
Oh, is
It's
that the ticker?
sleek.
Oh, the ticker. Somebody else has to host now.
I don't have to
Anthony.
finish my thing.
Yeah,
Tough
go,
shit. That's the rule.
Go ahead, man. Actually, yeah, hand me your phone. I want to do what I think your segments might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're okay. Here's the thing, right?
Yeah, go ahead though.
But I want
'cause
to finish this immortality idea.
Please, tell
And
me.
I
Tell
love
us.
listening, but what I hate is when I try to bring up something like immortality and I have a thing I want to explain about it, but then we go so on a tangent that I never get to explain the immortality thing.
Okay.
go
So can I
ahead.
finish it?
Yeah.
Can I finish?
I feel
Ross
immortal because
Perot.
I feel like I've been here forever.
That's a fun thing to say to me. That's a fun thing that's going to really help me out later.
All right.
So
go
here's the
ahead,
thing,
Greg,
right?
please.
Immortality. So we figure out tomorrow, right? Sure, there's 80-year-old people, but after 1 billion years, we're going to get good creams. So the older people will look like kind of 40-year-olds because they've done weird surgeries. You know they're not 40, but they tried to look 40. And then I think the younger people eventually kind of get to about 30 to 40-ish age. So everyone looks
What?
around 30 to 40, but
Everybody on the planet lives forever and looks like they're in their 30s and 40s.
I think so.
So these 20-year-olds want to look 40. Everyone wants to look 40. The worst age I've ever looked in
we're
my life.
all in our 40s.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the worst
Yes.
I've ever looked. I keep
right.
getting fatter. Nothing's stopping it.
That's why I bring this out to you. We got notes. We'll go back. We'll change it to 20s. That makes more sense.
Okay, so these 80-year-olds, but you're saying the technology that's available at the time, even though we've had the technology for immortality, they're only able to look in their 40s.
So everyone who, when you have the immortality pill, it's really just making everything in your body working well and running to its best thing and not really degrading, right? So people are going to stop degrading, but everyone is going to use other sources like like if you're 60 and you stop degrading, you still got 60 face. So they're going to do plastic surgery.
Right.
So everyone's going to look like they're trying to be 20.
I see.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Right.
I see.
Right. But when I was saying that everybody was on their phone, so I don't know how much of that got through.
I listened to all of it.
I
looked at you and listened to all of it.
I could check my email and listen to you talk about plastic surgery at the same time.
What is your password, Greg?
Oh, that's what I'll say on the podcast.
That's the podcast title. Just whatever your password is.
I like to do it with my nose so people don't.
What?
I had a joke. It wasn't going to be funny, so I stopped doing it in the middle of it. There you go.
All right.
Also, we still got to get to Allison's big segment.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the ticker's on,
The ticker's
and then
on.
she'll be hosting next.
Anthony's hosting now.
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
So I want to play one of
Don't
these.
understand the ticker idea, and I've just been moving past it.
I thought you said it.
How
explain it to
don't
me.
it's just an hour-long podcast, right?
Right.
So everyone gets like 20 minutes
Of hosting.
so that it's
Cool.
equal
But based on the ticker.
based on the
Maybe that's
ticker.
the podcast name. Ticker what?
No, that's
Nope.
not it.
It's definitely not it.
Why is it
That's
looking
not it,
like
and I
that?
don't think we can air this one now.
Nope.
Something happened?
Now this is done.
No, because I don't know what the ticker is.
Anyway,
I'm
guys.
a dirty boy. Come on, I'm a little dirty. I'm a bad
Anthony,
boy.
what do you want your hosting session to be like?
Well, I want to get through Greg's segments.
When we got through most of them, I think.
Through most of them. Oh yeah, actually, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
All right, this week's merch. That's the
Oh,
shirt.
yeah. That's the shirt.
That's the shirt.
I see what this is. I like
This is a
this.
I
great
like that.
idea.
No, I
Yeah.
like
Should
that
I
one.
pitch it now?
Pitch it now.
Pitch it.
Tick.
Sharks.
This every episode, the catchphrase, we go, that's the shirt. And we make a shirt that week of the shirt.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
only available until the next episode
The
comes up.
first
Yeah.
shirt should have the phrase "That's the shirt" on it.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Those,
hey! We're not knowing. We're not doing.
no,
no's.
but I wanted no to be in the show. I wanted no to be in the
you
shirt.
want it to just
I
be
want
no?
a shirt to say, no,
No.
the shirt was, this
No.
should be the shirt. No.
Okay, that I actually really do like.
Or Pinnacle Age, also in the running. We'll vote at the end.
Yeah, we'll vote at the end. I won't
Pinnacle
remember anything
age.
that's been said on this because
too
I have
high.
no idea what's happening.
That you saying that's like what my mom does when she she'll get a word that she'll really try to get in there
Yeah.
like
Cantankerous.
Yeah. What was the one she
Callbacks
was?
work.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
for
no, they
sure.
do.
No. There was a word. There was like one in particular though that she was using. It was like, oh man, I'll think of it as it goes. Anyway, a note to my sons.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's real.
I
probably
made a
should.
little note in that segment
Oh,
of
did
an
you?
idea I had.
Did you make it funny? Because
is
the idea is
insane,
not funny.
Greg.
Read it.
When I have to say something to my children because I might die.
Yeah.
That's
You want to close the episodes with you
And a note to my son.
speaking a note to your sons. I said that we should also do a note to Greg's son.
Oh yeah, yeah. we
That's
should
also
all.
fun.
We should. That's a great idea to close every episode with letters to your sons.
Yes,
Or-
from all three of us
Yeah.
separately.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
We also do new rules.
I do love
we
that.
We do a note to my
Yeah.
son and also
then
new
new
rules
rules.
with Bill Maher. New rule. Any one of those, if you're wearing basketball shorts, your balls better be the size of a basketball, right?
You're wearing basketball shorts.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't touch me.
I didn't touch you. I put it up. I don't like those kind of jokes.
Okay.
I like jokes that also show you how much you love them.
I do love you.
I know, me too. I mean, I love you.
But yes,
Someone tells a story, and the other hosts have to tell a story related to that, or ramkins them.
Reminds them. Reminds
Reminds
them.
them. You say, let me campfire
Let's
that
campfire
one.
that.
Let's campfire that.
Let's campfire that.
Let's campfire that.
I like that, man.
I like the phrase. I
Yeah.
don't quite get.
So I talk about how I lost my virginity.
Okay.
And then you go, oh my God, because as ADHD people do, you already got 15 things you're paying attention to more than me talking now anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I don't have ADHD. But
don't?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe don't.
Maybe
I just figure
do.
we all
Maybe
do.
I do. I don't know. I refuse to diagnose myself with anything
ADHD is like
Yeah.
one
or investigate any of my problems. I just let them be other people's problems.
I assume comedians are ADHD the way I I also believe they're like atheists and or not Christian. You know,
I'm not Christian.
if you're not Christian, yeah, I know. You're either Jewish or you're an atheist. But then sometimes you talk to a
bit both.
comedian.
There's a bunch of other ones too.
Yeah.
But every
There's
now and
other
again, you
stuff.
get one who's like, Jesus is the Lord. And you're like, wait, what?
Oh yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
you know people that say that?
I know a couple comedians.
That's pretty crazy.
Middle of it, they're like, oh, yeah, Jesus is the Lord. And you're like,
Whoa.
I feel like religion's making a little bit of a comeback within
Yeah.
like circles that you
Pop culture.
Yeah, otherwise
Like
wouldn't find
Jesus
religion.
is kind of like back.
yeah, he's like kind of back a little bit.
oh, he's back again. They just got to go back again. Because this whole thing was he came back.
Oh,
For sure.
Jesus is
Right.
back again.
I kind of like don't
That's
know.
a shirt.
Jesus is back again.
Jesus is back.
Feels like a threat.
Again. All right, maybe that's not the shirt. I don't want a Jesus shirt. Oh, sell. I'm kind of getting into religion. No,
Are you?
Which one?
I'm not getting into it. I don't want to believe in nothing anymore.
Oh.
So I really want to take anything anyone wants to sell me.
How
I'll
does
take.
God and religion factor into the immortality piece of this puzzle?
No, the immortality thing is I want immortality or I want God. With what I got going right now.
Well, I
it's
think
not
you're going to
working.
have to settle for God.
I don't have to do God. Which God? Jesus sounds fun. I know a lot about
I
him.
don't think he's God. Is
He's
he
the son of God.
I don't really know this stuff.
He's somehow both.
Yeah,
From what I
that's-
understand.
Yeah, from my limited kind of parsing
Sure.
of what Christians are up to, that seems like he kind of he wears a lot of hats.
You know what I think God is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
God actually
Yeah.
wears a lot of hats. And he says, I would do a lot of hats, so I wear a lot of hats. What if God has a really bad sense of humor? And then you're like, oh, God, immortal. And the whole thing, we got to do infinite amount of time in heaven with this guy. And he's like,
But that's not immortality.
what?
That's mortality.
He's talking about. He's moved on.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I should have caught
Yeah,
the kind of slight thread that slipped out.
Maybe this is why none of my podcasts do well.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, we can't go down this
All
road.
right, it's not.
Anthony, you're the
episode
host.
one.
You're supposed to save this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're hosting. What else
Oh.
do you want to do?
What? Here's something I thought about.
All right.
What? The kangaroo
Okay, I'm listening.
famously has a pocket,
Yeah.
one pouch. What other animals do you think might do well to have some pockets?
This is a great question.
I mean, I feel like the platypus lives in that world a little bit. Like there could be a secret pocket, kind of like in jeans when they have like the little mini one.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I
Like a
feel
little
like
coin.
yeah, for like
yeah.
cocaine or a pencil.
What is platypus's land, water? What are they up to?
Yeah, if it's like kind of a Range Rover situation, in and out of the water. Is that what they do? No. Am I high?
No, you're great. I stopped talking because I felt like I've been talking too much. So I'm letting everyone else go.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm holding myself back. I have so much to say about the platypus thing.
I want to hear.
I think they're like, they got fur,
But they lay
they
eggs.
also have a bill.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
a bill. They're
they
kind of
lay
like a
eggs.
backwards beaver.
Oh, they have fur. I never knew that.
I think so.
The duck-billed platypus.
The duck-billed platypus.
Yeah.
It's got one of these, and they lay eggs.
Very cute, and I've never seen one in real life.
Where would you?
I got a lot of.
Like in Astoria?
Yeah, they're not native to Queens.
No.
Weird enough.
I don't know. Maybe you fucking losers have heard of a zoo. All right, I go to the zoo a lot.
I guess I haven't seen a platypus at the zoo,
Right.
and now I'm kind of like, why not?
That's what I just went through. And then you know what happened when I felt that way? My friend said, where would you see one? Now you get where I'm coming from. Don't you feel upset?
I do feel a little upset.
I want to see
Sorry,
a
Greg.
platypus. For the
Here's
people.
a segment.
Yeah.
Sorry, Greg.
That's a great. Segment.
Apologizing
Yeah.
to Greg for feeling how he feels, and understanding your
Thank you.
feelings.
I have feelings, and I think my feelings are okay for me to feel.
I think you should.
And
How often are you guys going to the zoo?
me, you know, this is like a crazy. I go like twice a week.
Yeah.
Well, you have kids.
Yeah, and they don't have anything to do every day. And we go to this. We have the monthly pass, and we go.
I
Right,
love the zoo.
we go. It's the fucking best.
I when I'm on the road, I go to aquariums. That's my go-to
Yeah.
daytime activity. Been to some really good ones. Toronto Aquarium. Holy shit.
Really?
They've got one of those things where you get on a moving walkway and you go through and there's stuff swimming over you.
Like
And I
an
got,
airport?
yeah. but in the aquarium. And there's
Right.
just like giant stingrays and sharks and tortoises kind of swimming around up over your head. I was so high. It was so crazy. It was like a Sunday afternoon, and I was just like there. I was like they were for like JFL Toronto or whatever, and I was like, I need things to do during the day. I was here for like a week. And so I went to the aquarium stoned, and it was a Sunday, and it was just children and me stoned out of my mind being like, and then like I touched one of the stingrays in the petting area, but then I was just by myself, like being like, did you feel that? To like a 9-year-old, people are like, don't talk to her.
Can I mention something about the
face was
stingray?
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the
Dragon.
the stingray petting area.
Yes.
This is what's wild. It's really, they're very particular about how much of your body you put in the water. You're allowed to put your hand in,
Yeah.
but you
What-
can't take your shirt off and your pants and jump in with them.
No.
They say you can't also just dip your penis in. Like
No, you
they're
can't.
very particular.
They got rules about that.
Just hands.
Just hands.
Just hands.
They call it the Greg rule.
The Greg
No, but
rule.
isn't it crazy?
Don't
It's like
touch your penis to the stingray.
if you're letting me put my
You shouldn't want to do that, just to
Yeah.
be clear. Like, just from a safety.
no, but I like to push the rules to the limit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they say I can stick my hands in, I go, how come I can't stick my whole body in then? Well, it's the same
Here's a
thing.
new segment, pushing it to the limit.
Pushing
Greg
it-
talks about rules he doesn't like.
Right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
No, not new rules.
No, smarter
no
Dan.
rules.
I don't care about anything, but I do say that we will eventually settle on a pushing it to the limit segment. I don't know if that's
Absolutely.
pushing it to the limit is a great name for a segment.
Yeah.
Push it to the
Sure.
limit.
Liz.
This is how we push the. Hey,
This
hey, Liz.
is
What's up, dude?
something.
Oh yeah, so did we. But we made it.
We did make it.
Liz is funding the podcast by
Yeah,
letting
this
us
is our
have the walls.
financier.
Yes.
This is our financial backing
Yes.
right
Miss-
here.
Our
Yes.
Miss Havisham.
The money.
That's the money.
That's the money
That's
man
the
right
money.
there. No one can see or hear because she has a microphone and she doesn't have a camera.
He'll
But
do it
Liz
in
does.
post.
Yeah.
In post.
We'll do it in post.
Put a 6'3" Asian woman.
6'3".
Are defined. Well, now I guess we're just, I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about
No,
the new
no,
segment.
ruin it, Liz.
No,
I love
this
you.
is great.
Liz.
We should have.
I'm high. They're not.
You're,
That's,
What are the odds?
what are the odds?
Push it to the limit. Oh, what are the odds?
It's
Every
another
phrase is
segment.
not a segment.
yeah, this is exhausting.
Okay. Well, we've got a lot of content. We need a lot of content for this thing. An hour every day?
Every day?
Oh, we're doing a morning show. You guys didn't know we're doing the morning show segment? So go ahead. Anthony, back to your hosting. I'm sorry.
No, that's
Wait,
okay.
so
You can put your password in.
what other well, what do you think should have a pocket besides the kangaroo?
I didn't really think about this.
What about buttons
Buttons.
or zipper flies?
Ooh.
A butt should have buttons.
Buttons is a great. I think any animal that already looks like they're kind of wearing like
A coat?
Yeah, like a penguin. That's the
Oh,
obvious.
penguin
I
buttons.
see. You guys
Yeah.
are talking about aesthetic buttons.
Yes.
Not working skin buttons.
What?
That's more horrifying.
Skin button.
When I unbutton my chest and you see my heart and my blood, it all falls out. Don't unbutton that.
What in the world?
Well, you said
is
buttons.
a working
What?
skin button, Greg?
Like buttons that go down my center of my chest, and you open it up.
You said that as if that's like a thing that
Right.
exists.
Oh, like working skin buttons.
Well, aesthetic
Oh,
buttons aren't real
working
either.
Skin buttons. Maybe that's the name of this podcast.
Working skin buttons might be the shirt.
Yeah.
Working skin buttons is the shirt.
wait.
Now, does the shirt have a button on it?
No, it's just the words we say because I can't design something every week.
No,
so
that's-
it's just going to be a
that's true.
bunch of words on a shirt.
So if it was a button, so let's say we'll put a working skin button on you.
Working skin
All right.
buttons might be the
If we
name
hit
we
the
have.
working skin button on Greg, what does that do?
Yeah.
If you have to have surgery, you
You're
have to cut
thinking
me
of,
open.
you said hit like it's on a machine. I think he's talking about it like it's on a jacket, but it's keeping his chest closed.
Yeah, I'm talking about buttons like on a t-shirt.
Oh,
Like you unbutton my shirt.
Okay.
You
okay,
unbutton my
okay.
body.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see. I see where we got
You know,
away from each other here.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're talking about as
Skin buttons.
as if your skin
As if
is like
you
a
could put-
clothing.
Yes.
You're talking about pimples. That's a skin button. Boop. You know,
I
and
thought
pop
you
it.
meant like you press a button
And
it's-
something
And something
happens?
happens. That was the working part to me.
Oh, like
What's
Optimus
a
Prime.
working button? Yeah, like you press this button on Greg and you'll make, whatever noise you
the
make.
matrix of leadership comes out, and I must pass that on to my son.
What's the
as I-
matrix of leadership?
That's
Here
to
we go.
determine who the next leader
I have
is.
no idea.
Oh, one of these again.
Yeah, the matrix of leadership is who you pass upon to the next heir of the, to lead the Autobots.
This-
And your time's up.
The major
Anthony.
leaders, it's how Greg fleeced single moms with a money marketing scheme. All right.
I don't need this.
Oh, right. Yeah.
All right.
Fair.
don't need Greg's phone to host. I'm hosting now.
Push it to the limit, I'd say.
Push it to the
I want
limit?
to give you it's your first time hosting.
Yeah. It's
On
all
the
of our
podcast.
first time hosting. This is the first episode of this podcast. First episode of this podcast. The biggest quotes you can put around them.
Deal with it. They
Deal
gotta
with it. I think there's dozens of podcasts.
You literally texted us and went, there's 400 podcasts named Deal With It.
Over 60. And a lot of them, look, I don't know what racism is. Maybe this is, but a lot of them are black women going, deal with it. And I like that. That's a better podcast than this.
Yeah, well, everything is.
Oh, really?
No, this
I
is
think
fun.
this is
I'm
great.
having fun, but I just don't know what the listening
Let me
experience
tell
will
you
be
this.
like.
I know podcasts. I
No.
do podcasts. I've been doing a podcast over 16 years. This is a hit. And I will have no negative talk about it. This is a hit. This is the most fun I had all day.
This is the only thing I've done
And
today. And
yesterday.
it's probably the only thing I will do today, but that still leaves it at the top.
Okay. You're hosting.
I have a game.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
So I have a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I have one cat, again, not cats, just one, because my thing is cat, not cats.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a lot of sounds.
Mhm.
I feel like you guys are both well versed in the world of nonverbal, non-English language sounds.
Yeah, and Anthony looks like a cat.
He does look like a cat. You do look like a cat.
Same hair as a cat.
Yeah. You and
Fine
Riz
by
have kind
me.
of a vibe. Same vibe.
Fine by me, you know?
Also, when we're done with this, I'd like to break something down if we can.
Okay.
After the cat thing.
All right. Well, when
we're done.
when you're hosting again, it can be
Oh, yeah, I'll be next.
yeah, because it's a round.
Was that an
How long
interrupt?
are the
I didn't
host
mean- I didn't
chunks,
mean to-
Alex?
Sorry.
15.
Oh,
Yeah, so you
yeah.
get
So
one more round.
you'll be back. Okay, so Riz makes a lot of sounds, but I don't know what he's trying to tell me. So I was thinking I could make some sounds that Riz makes, and you guys could tell me what
Yeah.
you think he's trying to say.
That's a great
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start with that's a sound he makes when he's sitting in the bathroom sink in the dark,
Uh-huh.
and then he runs around like a maniac for 15 minutes. What do you think he's saying?
I know what he's saying.
What's
I
that?
know the emotion
Okay.
because I've been through this.
Okay.
He's saying, you should have lost weight years ago, and now you're just going to try to do it now. Now that you have a child and you have something to look forward to, and that's why he does that in the mirror by himself, and he starts running outside as if the run now.
He's saying that to himself in the mirror is what you're saying, not to me.
No, he's saying it in the mirror, himself in the bathroom.
Okay. But he doesn't have a child.
You heard him. He has a child.
He probably does.
So and then he runs outside of his room, and because he's trying to get that exercise in now, as if it's going to make up for the years he's destroyed his
Okay.
body.
Yeah, he is fat. So,
Is he?
yeah.
I love this guy.
He's a big fat cat. I love him so much. He's my whole world.
So,
Anthony, unless you have something else.
Do you have any thoughts on what
and-
it sounds like a guttural motor, but like it's dog like, but he is a cat.
right. And he sits in the dark in your sink
Yeah.
for 15 minutes?
He sits there for a bit and then he runs around for 15 minutes. Then
Okay.
he's kind of bound. I can hear him banging into the air conditioner and stuff in the other room. I don't know what's happening. I refuse to find out.
How often does he do? He does this
Every
like-
day.
Every day. He does he goes in there once a day.
Yeah.
And he sits in the dark.
In the dark.
So if you put the lights on, he'll get out of there.
I don't know. I don't want to interrupt whatever he's
Yeah,
up to.
yeah,
so
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like me turning, and I leave the bathroom lights off all the time because I care about the environment. So, so I don't know. I don't know what he's up to.
Right. So he sits there in the dark, looks in the mirror, and then
And then runs around and bangs into the air conditioner.
yeah, I think he goes, it's showtime.
Oh,
It's showtime.
This is a pump up.
Showtime.
Yeah, this is a pump
Yeah,
up for
okay.
him to do his exercises.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he's like-
he's gearing himself up.
Yeah, because what
Yeah.
do most people do? You look in the mirror, you go like you're invincible.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one can stop
Does he pull
you.
his penis out
You're the head of the firm.
and look at the mirror and go, there it is?
It's furry.
They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love it. This is why they voted you mayor.
Boogie Nights. I was trying to do Boogie
All right.
Nights.
Oh,
Nights.
yeah,
That's what I was trying to do, but-
yeah. Okay.
my bad.
Not all of them are good.
No, that's pretty good. That's a reference we all knew. All right, here's another one.
Yeah,
Sometimes-
this game is great.
Yeah, this is
This is a great game.
illuminating.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me as a Riz owner. Okay, so if I'm in bed, sometimes he jumps up on the bed and comes over to me and he goes,
Yeah. We know what he's saying.
Yeah. That seems pretty obvious.
Fuck me.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
fuck me. Fuck me, mom.
Fuck me, mother. Fuck me, mother.
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 Fuck me, mother.
I did my chores. Now it's time for mother to fuck me.
Yeah. Do you not want to fuck me?
what accent is Riz using now? What is that? What is that?
Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, that's what it
Ginglish,
is.
I was thinking.
Ginglish?
That's like a gay English. Ginglish.
That had to exist at one point.
Gay English?
Ginglish?
Yeah.
Ginglish.
Yeah. That had
Mother?
to be done, right?
It's like little rich boy English.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
very,
I
very.
wore my slacks and
prince.
dungarees. How about a little dicking from mother? He's a little bit of a villain.
Okay, I just want to make it clear. I don't fuck my cat. For people listening.
What's this?
Anyone who has to make that clear, obviously.
Yeah. So that means somebody asked you to make that clear. Okay.
I
So
don't
then
understand. Yeah, I get it.
final one.
What are you going to say? Hang on.
Oh, yeah,
Something's-
let's hear
I
what-
mean, you
let's
love
hear-
him, you love him. What
There
the
we
fuck
go.
do they don't care? They probably like it.
He's fixed. And I'm jealous. No. Okay, last one. Sometimes he's just walking around. He'll just walk by me and go, meow meow. He's like, meow meow. It sounds like a question, but what is he asking?
Oh, he is trying to find out if you're. How Jewish are you?
Fun.
Yeah, that's what he's asking.
He's trying.
He's going.
This is more of kind of like
He just-
like a cultural Judaism,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you go
yeah.
in a temple on
Yes.
more than just the high holidays.
I would
Yes.
argue that he's asked her how Jewish are you years ago, but when she's saying meow meow, she's just saying things. She's going, Woody Allen? Like that Jewish? No? All right.
Meow, meow.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
he's
Do you make
naming
soup?
famous Jews
Babka?
throughout history and asking if you're like one of them.
Okay, yes. Okay. So these are all, and they all have like slightly different intonations. So like it's always a question,
yeah.
but it's a different name. I see.
Yeah. Because they don't really
Why does he need to know how Jewish I am?
he doesn't really
Not
understand.
very.
For his records.
Also
Yeah.
understand that anti-Semitism does not exist in the cat world, right? So he doesn't even understand what Jewish is. So he's
Sure.
He's looking at you, and you say, "I'm," because you look in the mirror with the dark lights off, and you go,
And I say, I'm Jewish.
you go, "I'm Jewish, right? I'm Allison. I'm
That's what I
Jewish.
do every
I'm
day.
ready to go."
Yeah.
You know, and then the cat goes, "Huh? Like, what does that even mean?" So then he goes,
Oh.
"Obama? Is that a Jewish guy?" And then you give him a look, and he's like, "No, not him." Right? Okay. And he finds one who is, and he goes, "Oh, so more like that."
Oh.
He
Okay.
doesn't really know what they are.
It's
Oh.
He's trying to figure it out.
all animals have been saying.
It's just trying to figure out who's
just
Jewish.
trying to figure out who's Jewish. Not even in a bad way. They're just
No,
kind of
no,
just like
just out
it
of-
seems so fascinating to
Yeah,
them.
curiosity.
And they
It's such a small percentage of the global population, and yet a lot of us have cats.
Yeah.
It's just every animal on the planet.
It's just like-
just trying to find out who's Jewish or not.
Yes, yes, yeah. I think that's what they're up to. Well, this really, as Riz makes more sounds, we can play this game on other
This
episodes.
is a fun one.
Yeah.
You could also record them for the future.
I have tried. He always kind of like stops,
All right.
like he knows I'm recording.
Audio.
Yeah.
Just do audio.
I
You wanna
wish
know.
he did the thing that cats do, where they go like.
Oh no, I don't know that.
They cats do a thing where like, especially if they're like looking at like birds or hunting or something, where they're like, and then their teeth go up and down, but they make this weird like clicking noise, and he won't do it. I wish he would. What do you think that sound does?
Fuck me.
Like a.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Why are they all so sexual?
Cats are very sexual.
They
beings.
are very like prowly.
Yeah. What is this your first cat or you had other cats?
I had a cat when I was little, but this is my first cat as an adult.
What was that
Where
cat's
I'm
name?
like your cat.
Taffy. She was a big fluffy white idiot.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
a dumb name.
But she didn't make a lot of sounds. Riz is really chatty.
Riz is a great name.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
great.
It's because of charisma or Rizzo.
It's from it was the guy who rescued him called him that to put him through the vet process, and I was like, yeah, that works.
That's fun.
He is a Riz. I'm like Riz, Mr. Riz. That's what
Yeah,
they call me at the
Mr.
vet.
Riz is
Mr.
fun.
Riz at the vet.
Mr.
Come
Riz
on,
is
that's
great.
the best.
Yeah.
Mr. Riz. I call him Mr. Personality.
You trying to campfire this?
No. No. I was.
see it.
There was a cat I knew.
I did have one other little game before my hosting segment ends.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
You're fine.
You got the time.
What is your craziest opinion of a food that should be a breakfast food that is not a breakfast food? What do you wish? What do you wish you could eat at the beginning of the day?
I can't think of a thing that you can. Pizza.
Like it should be a breakfast food.
I eat pizza for
Really?
breakfast so much.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
How many? You wake up the next morning and go, I got that fucking pizza.
I'd say turkey club.
Oh, yeah.
That should be breakfast.
Can I-
Yeah. Go ahead. What were you
I
going
was
to
gonna say too dry, and you can't put any syrup on it.
I don't need syrup on everything I eat.
Well, this is why. This is why you're depressed. You want to eat like a
I am
champion.
depressed.
And you don't gotta douse it.
You want to eat like a drug dealer?
Do they eat a lot of syrup?
I think they probably do. That's not what I said, but I think it does
Oh, okay.
sync
Oh, okay.
up.
Yeah.
I think
that
drug dealers
tracks.
probably definitely eat a lot of breakfast foods. But pizza in the morning,
Yeah, it's great.
so good.
Oh, rules. Do you heat it up or are you eating it cold?
It really depends on the mood. I like a cold slice. I take
do
3
like-
bites cold, and then I throw it in the microwave. That's probably what I do
Oh,
most.
the microwave.
Yeah, I don't got the time.
Yeah, you got
and the self-esteem.
yeah,
to
you got
really
stuff going on.
Open. No, but I've had
I
my
got
whole
all day.
life.
I'll make a pizza. I don't know.
My whole life, I
Thank
go
you.
oven. I go, I'm not good enough for that. You know, like I'm just not
You
confident
gotta
enough.
stop depriving yourself of things.
Right. Take your time. Take the fucking minute. Put it in the fucking oven.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's tough with the more machine-like parts of your day to like enjoy them.
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
kind of you have to because then you're like,
There's nothing
that's
else
all
to
my
like.
day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
if you don't enjoy these, you're just gonna hate every day.
Right.
So you have to like really like trick your brain into being like, oh, the dishes are fun. You know?
Oh man, is that how you're living?
Yeah. And I'm
amazing.
just dumb enough where I
Yeah.
can trick my brain,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
goes like, I guess we
You're
love this.
smart enough to trick yourself, but dumb enough to fall for
Yeah,
it. That's
totally.
amazing.
That's why I just look at trees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you do
my,
like that.
and my brain just goes, we're
that's
having a
nice.
great time, and I guess we are.
Yeah.
And then we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
The escape is nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just stare at something for a while. You check the fuck out.
Yeah.
Shut the whole
Oh,
thing down.
My brain shuts down 9, 10 times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Just zone out.
it's getting
It
quick.
happens during this.
Well, it's getting quicker to shut down. I'm fine. Like
Yes.
it's like because I think it as you're deteriorating.
Yeah. Just falling apart from the
it's-
inside out.
It gets more difficult. The day to day gets a little bit more difficult, so you have to concentrate a little bit more to survive at the level you once did with ease. So I think you're
Yes.
more exhausted because
Yes.
of that. Do you know what I mean?
And your brain is more willing to take a break because
Yeah.
it's been on a little bit of a higher frequency
Yeah.
than it used to need to be on to do
Exactly.
basic tasks.
Exactly.
I see exactly where you are.
Yeah, like Fran Lebowitz.
Yeah.
would have had that immediately.
Oh my God.
15 years ago, but that took.
Information recall, that's 80% of my expenditure at this
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
hard.
That took 15 seconds.
How are
and
you?
at 15, it took a lot of effort.
I'm good. I heard what you were saying. I got lost somewhere.
Okay.
But then I started thinking about this.
Oh.
What if we got a town? I get upset that when I can't pay attention, but I'm trying to be happier about it, right? Like, look,
Yeah.
that sucks. But
Yeah.
I
You
did in
didn't
the
miss much.
process come up with an idea for a town where everyone wears a hat, and the color of the hat says whether or not you want to be talked to or not. Imagine you go outside and everyone's got an orange hat on, and you can just talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
would
cool.
love to
I
talk
mean-
to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the thing is like, if that was the like, I would just not live in that town.
No, you just wear
if
the
I
other
didn't
hat.
want to be talked to.
Yeah, you wear the black hat. And here's the thing. I wish I lived in a town. This is what I was thinking. I wish I lived in a town where I could talk to everybody and everybody talk to everybody, right? But that's an impossible standard. Sometimes I don't feel well, and sometimes I don't want to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
So that's the day I put on my black hat. And then
Right.
people go, oh, no, we don't talk to him today. But just imagine you're walking down the street and you just see a bunch of people that all want to talk to you.
Here's where I get worried. If I'm wearing the black hat that says "Don't talk to me," does that mean somebody? If a bus is coming down the street and I'm crossing, are people gonna be like, "Don't tell her, she doesn't want to be talked to"?
No, I think
it's safety
yeah.
supersedes
Yeah,
the conversation.
safety
Yes,
supersedes
okay.
And the
to just-
talk
yeah,
to
yeah.
thing isn't, I can be talked to. It's, I would love to be
Oh, I
talking
see.
to everyone right
How many
now.
days a week do you think you'd be wearing the orange "Talk to me" hat?
I swear to God, truthfully, 4. 4 days out of the week, I go outside. And the orange hat doesn't
such
mean
a
you can't talk to me.
modest number, Craig.
I was like, oh, that was so like thought out. As
Yeah.
like, I understand my limits.
Yes.
Well, 3, because I don't want to burden the town. You know, I got to take 1 day off for the town because if I'm walking around town,
Yeah, that would
every day,
exhaust everybody at the town.
I'm destroying the neighborhood. People are moving. 2 for myself.
People are buying second black hats to put on their black hat to be like, I'm telling you, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
It's literally a hat
Kids
on
are
a
like,
hat.
But I don't want to change schools.
Too bad. Greg's talking.
Here, you got to go away from that guy.
I'm trying to go to the grocery store. He's ruining my life.
He watched a YouTube video. We're all doomed.
Also, I know when I walk up to somebody with an orange hat, they're going to quickly take it off and put on the black hat like I didn't
Yeah.
see. And
That's
then that's
fun.
going to hurt
Yeah,
my
that's
feelings.
gonna
Of
hurt your
course.
feelings.
Oh, that's-
yeah. I
Oh,
don't
this
love
is-
the visual representation of feelings getting hurt.
But I like to talk to everyone, and it's so weird for everyone else. I just want to walk down the street and go,
You're in New
Giants,
York
baby!
City.
You know?
You can do it.
No, they don't like it. They think I'm trying to.
Can I say this too
Are
about
them.
the hat? I think maybe putting a timer on there too is helpful
Oh,
because
yeah.
like sometimes I am an orange guy and I'll hear you
For
out.
2 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For
And
exactly,
then-
2 minutes. That's awesome.
Yeah,
You go,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I am
And
a
give it a
black hat
ticker.
Yeah.
after that. But
Give
if
it a
you-
ticker.
But if I'm orange the whole time, and yeah, I need a ticker. For,
Yeah, there needs to be a ticker
yeah.
on the hat.
'Cause
On
I
the
love
conversation
this.
signaling
Yeah.
hat. There needs to be a ticker.
100%. I'm mainly orange, but I also it's like
Yeah.
after 2 minutes I'm out.
Yeah,
You got-
yeah.
That is a great. I think that fuck the town. A hat that just allows people to know how long you have
countdown.
talked. Yes.
Yes.
So someone goes, "Hey man," go boop, and you go, and it's completely not rude, right? And when it gets to 0, it's like you don't even have to say goodbye.
And you
just
can
walk
re-up
away.
it if you are engaged. Oh,
You can.
speaking of tickers.
You can't.
My hosting is over. Greg, we're back to you hosting the show.
think we
But
might have-
also, did we ever leave Greg hosting the show?
Was I hosting or just talking a lot?
I'm
a rambunctious guest.
What is hosting?
There's no real,
Yeah, what are we doing?
It's
We're
just
just-
like a fun timer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We just want to shake
I think we
things
might
up.
have found something though with
No,
like.
here we go. He wants to find something that wasn't
now
the original
I-
idea.
No,
He's
man.
trying to
Anthony,
change the
break it down
podcast.
for us.
No, I'm saying I think between the Riz game,
Yeah.
like maybe like if we broke the podcast down in pieces, right?
Uh-huh.
You have like a game. I think an invention is great.
Invention
Like
is
what-
a great
Invention
idea.
Hall.
Do you know what
That
I
was gonna
mean?
happen
Invention
anyway about
Hall.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Invention Hall.
Invention
Hall.
Invention Hall. Because I think this hat thing, this is a great conversation. I'm
I'm
loving
loving it.
this conversation.
I'm loving this
I love
conversation.
the Riz game.
Yeah, the Riz
and then,
game is fun.
It's just figuring out the rest of the half hour.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do think that the rotating hosting is
Fun.
Is
it's just
here
like
to
a
stay.
yeah.
I have 2 notes, and I want to say
Yeah.
this. At the end of our podcast, we do notes. And I think we all do notes about what we
okay.
liked. We don't talk about what we didn't like.
Can't do that on air.
Yeah, no, I think,
exhausting.
I think
No.
they have to bring it up with us.
No.
'Cause I'll
people
say-
will hate that.
Here's what I
I
liked.
hate it.
I liked that we had a great time.
I
Like,
love that we had a great time.
what I didn't like was sometimes I feel like you guys don't like me.
Why would you feel that
Okay.
way?
That's okay. That's just my
Was
note.
that the 70-30 from earlier?
Yeah, that really didn't help.
I think that's a pretty good ratio.
I think 100%. I want 100%. I would give you both 100%.
I don't think anybody
you call
has.
so much.
What?
You call so much.
How many times a day are you calling him?
Once every 2 days. Truthfully.
Yeah,
What do you think
I
it
would
is?
say about
All right.
that. No, it's
How much could I call him?
Yeah, right.
That's a different
That's
question.
a whole
could
different
or did. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
Also, sometimes you call me back when I'm not ready.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
call him.
You called me. I answered.
I know you did. I call Anthony.
I love it. I got a tattoo of a phone. Be like, I love the phone. Hello.
So he does this. He goes,
I
so
love
I'll,
talking on the phone. You can call me anytime.
I love that. I'll call him and be like, hey, I'm like, hey, I got to tell you something. He goes, actually, I'm about to get on a train. I go, all good. And then he'll call me back 2 days later at dinner time. And I go, what's up? And he goes, what's up? What's up? I'm like, it's dinner time. I can't talk now. I have all these ideas, but you didn't get me in the right zone.
You know what? I'm with Anthony. One, there is no dinner time.
well, in his
But,
household,
yeah, I
there,
guess
yeah.
you've
6
got
o'clock is
kids.
dinner time.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's got
yeah.
kids.
My dinner time is anywhere between 4:30 and 11:50 p.m.
For sure. Yeah. Every day is a new day.
Whenever
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
eating, that's dinner time.
Totally. Yeah. It's all.
It's
yeah.
all just one big waste.
But no, Brendan brought this up to me the other day. He was talking about had like the statute of limitations with a callback because I called him
Oh.
back like 4 days later,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, you called me." He was like, "It's been 4 days.
Right now, it's a
this
new
is
call.
a new call." Yeah,
Now,
I
you-
think
yeah,
there's
that's a new
something to that.
That's a new call.
I'm
Yeah.
calling, which is 2 points, but I also subtract 1 for not calling back. So you get 1 point for the call.
Okay, I think that's a fair system.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And we should be having points throughout the episode to
Oh,
see who
yeah,
wins
yeah,
at the
yeah,
end.
yeah. Well, Anthony's
declare
got
a
one
winner.
for the call, so he's in the leaderboard right now.
But yeah, no, I like the Invention Hall
Invention Hall is great.
game,
And then Game Corner.
game corner. Yeah.
Game corner, yeah.
Invention Hall, and then you just got to fill that rest
Yeah.
of the half hour.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You didn't take any of the segments I had?
No, I get. Well, we can do that. All
Yeah,
Greg's
segments.
What happened to
We'll
Greg?
have a segment called
Why don't we
segments.
just do this?
So many segments.
Where we just go, the floor is yours, Greg. That's literally one of the.
floor is
That's
yours.
one 15-minute
Yes.
or 20 minutes of the podcast.
Yes.
It's just called the floor is yours,
Yes.
Greg.
Right.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And I do like the idea of, we did this on Stavi's podcast, of a penalty box. If you guys are honestly,
Oh, I
need me
love
to,
a penalty box.
if you need me to stop talking for a minute,
Yeah.
Put him in the penalty box.
put me in the penalty box for a minute. We start the timer.
Okay.
Which we should get these timer hats because they have so many applications now. You get Greg's in a penalty box. I can't
Now?
talk for 2 minutes. Imagine. Dude, how great would it be if someone's talking to you?
Yeah.
I don't want to get off this idea. And then you just hit the timer, right? And it's like a countdown. You go,
Yeah.
this guy's got 2
Yeah.
minutes.
course.
But I like this idea if someone goes, you know what? Fuck it. They reset the timer. But that isn't, if you don't do that, it's not frowned upon. You go, no, I really just got to go. But
Yeah.
you don't have to explain. When the timer hits 0, you walk away.
Yeah.
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 I love it.
Yeah.
I love the
Now,
hats.
Can you do this on a date?
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I think it would
Because
be,
then it seems kinda
That's
cruel.
like a third date. You pull out the hat.
Okay.
When it's like, all right, we're comfortable enough for me to decide what's going on here.
right.
No. I would say that I don't think the timers are on in a conversational aspect. Like you mean the three of us
Do you
wouldn't
mean
have timers now.
you mean strangers approaching you?
Timers is someone who is not expected to be there talks to you.
Okay. So on a date, you wouldn't be wearing the hat, but I would want to have the hat on in case somebody approached me during the
waiter.
conversation. Yeah. The waiter.
The waiter.
No, the waiters can have as much time as they want. I want to order food.
Well, that supersedes.
Yes.
I think
yeah,
like
business transactions
exactly.
in the consumer
Safety,
marketplace.
yeah, those
Safety,
things, yes.
ordering.
Yes.
No, we're talking about him walking up to you and being
And be
like,
like-
"What do you like in the pennant this year?"
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
we could talk to anybody in this world, and that's so fun.
What is this town?
Also, Talktown. And I'll say that the timer also doubles as a waiter hat. So you start a timer.
A waiter hat?
Yeah, yeah. So it's 2 minutes start, and then once it hits 1, the hat has a microphone and it goes, "Where's the waiter?" Because you've been waiting too long for your waiter. But that's a good way for the waiter to know to come over to your table.
I don't want anybody to be. No,
Waiters can't just leave you hanging for 40 minutes.
we don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah,
Benefit
we
of
all
the
have
doubt.
depression. Huh?
Benefit of the doubt. Maybe something
I
happened
give
in
it
the
to them.
kitchen.
Sometimes you just see them. They're just right there.
Well-
and I'm like, do I got to do this? Hey, come here. I want to put in a provolone pizza.
A provolone pizza. Ugh.
Talktown has weird appetite for things.
I need to know everything about Talktown. Who lives there? What happens there?
I live there. My dad lives there. That's the only 2 people I know for sure. 2 guys who moved in directly
I'll
go, "This is a
visit."
town for us."
yeah.
Yeah. We have a sports team, but they don't do well because everybody in the crowd isn't paying attention because they're all just talking to each other. Because no one's ordering. They're not watching. They're just playing like, "Hey, you know the fucking Giants, huh?" And they're all going, "I know." They just love talking to each other.
You think people are going to the game with the orange on? You don't think they're going
Going with the
black,
black
for the
hat?
game?
What?
You think they're going orange for the game?
Everybody in Talktown wants to talk to people so much that
But then what's the point of the hat?
the hat is to keep everyone regulated. You can't just have chaos and anarchy out there. You can't have just talkers going unregulated. They even know this is bad for themselves. You know what I mean? The talkers need rules.
What about so now you
Okay.
obviously you live in Talktown, you're big and everyone's talking.
Yeah.
You have a child
Yeah.
who only wants a black hat.
I know. I know. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's fucking
That's tough.
heartbreaking.
That'll rip the family apart.
Yeah.
You go, "I love you, man," and like, "Oh, whatever you want to be, you be." And I support that. But here's the thing: it's not about the black hat. The kid's gonna want to move out. He's gonna want to go somewhere else. Maybe he's
Leave
on it.
Talktown behind.
He doesn't. He wants to leave Talktown. But this is the movie. This is
Move to the big city.
the lever of Talktown, about a boy who grows up not wanting to talk too much to people and thinking it's all too much. And everyone else in the family, they're all like,
This is your HBO limited
I
series.
could see the people at Pixar being like, "Where are we with Talktown?"
Well, we finally nailed down the exact look of the orange hats. Black, still TBD.
"Welcome to Talktown." That also could be a shirt. That could be a postcard.
Welcome to Talktown could be the name of this podcast.
That's true.
Welcome to Talktown is a great name. God damn it, I didn't want to lose. Well,
You don't want
I'll
to lose
take-
deal with it.
Oh, I didn't want to lose deal with it.
Which has been taken 60 times
yeah,
over.
60
I've
other
been
people
promoting deal with it.
already beat
You've
you to
been
deal with it.
promoting-
You've been
promoting-
promoting it to
Yes,
who?
I've been promoting this
I
podcast.
like
Just
Talk-
to us
I
on
like-
the text
Welcome
thread?
to Talktown.
Maybe just Talktown.
Talktown.
Welcome to Talktown, because then they won't feel welcome.
It's just a lot of words.
There's no way
It is a lot of
Talktown
words.
isn't taken. But welcome to Talktown.
WTTT.
WTTT.
Welcome
I'm
to
not
Talktown.
doing initials.
No, I think
We're
you're
doing
right.
initials.
We're not doing
that. Is a no. There is nothing that you can do about that.
I like Talktown.
I like Talktown. I think we should call this Talktown.
Can you look up Talktown? I know what you,
Talktown population us, huh?
Yeah, that's
pretty
fun.
good.
That's
Talktown
fun.
is great.
Yeah, we could like. There's so many roles in it. Like the mayor is the host, so like when you're hosting, you're the
Talktown.
mayor.
So it's
Oh,
all a
yeah.
town.
You're the mayor of Talktown for 15 minutes.
That's great.
Okay,
yeah.
Talktown I like, but I'll say this: we have to see if it's been taken. It's probably been taken. What's he saying? He's putting his phone in the air as if it's.
Are you saying
Oh,
if
for
there's
merch, we'll
Talktown?
sell orange and black hats.
Oh my god!
tickers?
This thing is making.
Yeah.
It, I mean, we are.
I know a guy in China,
With a little
Printing
clock.
money.
We'll sell orange and black hats with, a little clock on it that
them.
says Talktown.
and
Yeah.
we get people who come to our live shows. They start to timers,
Sure.
and there's some people with black hats.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, everybody in the audience.
Well,
should
that's the
have a black
thing.
hat
If
on.
we're doing a live show and if you show up to the show with an orange hat on, we assume you want to be talked to. So
Yeah.
we'll talk to you. If we're in
Honestly,
a black
comedy
hat, we
could
don't.
use this.
Actually, that's like
But no hats in the showroom.
Stand up in general.
No hats in the showroom. You can't be having people talking through our sets.
Yeah,
No
but
orange hats in the
They're
showroom.
they're wearing hats under the original sort of premise of Talktown. They're wearing hats to say, "I'd love to be talked to."
Right,
Yeah.
but not during the show.
Obviously.
You're
Talked
ruining
to
the
by
show.
us. We're the
We
only people that
only
get to do the
have
talking.
it's not a real
It's more-
town.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
They'll get it.
Yeah.
Is Mayor Talktown? Is that welcome to Talktown? What do you think? Alex? Of course.
Damn.
hasn't been an episode since 2020.
So that means
Okay,
we could.
I think we could take
think we
it.
can-
Also a philosophy podcast.
Is it this though? Is
welcome
it
to Talktown.
I just think it's too long.
It's
You're good,
too-
man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we aren't
We're
even.
just fucking around.
These things aren't even on. Just so I got my friends to talk to me. All right, Talktown it is.
I like Talktown.
I like Talktown.
Wow,
Now I don't
guys, this is really coming together.
Yeah, that's what
An
I figured
hour
this
in.
would be. Yeah. And I like Invention Hall.
I love
think
Invention Hall.
Who's gonna download a podcast called Talktown because it doesn't catch you?
Yes, it does.
It's not because
it's
it go,
cool.
wow, what's
Talktown.
You need a podcast that gets people. It's
Did you
like,
hear this week's Talktown?
Dude.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I think
Oh,
Talktown
I
is
think
a
it- I
fun
think it
word.
sings.
whose lives matter? I gotta tune in. Who are they gonna talk about?
What?
Who should be alive and
How
who
did
should be
it turn into
dead?
this?
That's a hook.
We were really cruising.
That's a hook. I didn't mean anything political. I just meant like in general. Like we bring a person on the podcast and we go,
Yeah, we're not bringing somebody else into
should
this.
we kill them?
Should we kill them?
No, like a picture and we go, does this man
Like
deserve
of
to be
Kim
alive?
Jong-un or whatever.
Yeah. Or Kim Jong my nutsack. We should gotta edit
boy.
that out. Edit that out. So
Now, Talktown,
Talktown is fine.
We got Invention Hall. We got Game Corner.
Yeah.
Am I still the host?
Well, we're all the mayor
we
at
got
different
the
times.
floor is yours,
The
Greg.
floor is yours, Greg.
All
Yeah.
right, as I got another.
And I think that's enough for a podcast.
Honestly, that's more than enough. That's
What-
more
yeah.
than some have.
What time do we start?
I have no idea.
I think we'll be going almost an hour.
An hour and
Wow.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to do another? Should we end this one and do another one? So we have two, or are we done?
I say we'd be done because now we have a
Yeah.
better idea of how
Yeah,
it is.
now I'm like, oh, I could come up with a bunch of games for Game
Yeah,
Corner.
yeah,
And we
yeah.
get Invention Hall.
All
Like,
right, but if we had two in the bucket,
yeah, but we don't have anything.
this isn't
we
anything.
do this. We say two.
anything for the next
You don't want to release
episode,
this one?
Greg?
I mean, I do think we should release this. But like, this isn't.
Yeah, this isn't like the first episode. I think at some
What?
point we release.
First Patreon episode.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I will
Exactly.
be honest. I do want the world to hear this.
All right, but then what about?
But it would. I think we would release it after a couple are out, and
Yeah.
then we'd be like, "This is how we invented Talktown."
Well,
Yes.
all right, but I'm
Yeah.
not done with this
Talktown
episode
founding.
yet.
Yeah.
I still have more I want to talk about. Then
Okay.
Okay,
I don't want to end it right now. I'll say this. I'm going to tell all my fans, who people who like Greg guys on this episode. You know,
Greg guys.
they
Is
come
that what
up
your
to me-
fans are called? Greg guys.
They're the,
I like that.
they're the Gregs, the Regulators. I was going to come up with jerseys that say,
There's so much merch to this.
yeah, a
thing
jersey.
that doesn't
He's
exist.
a snake oil salesman
Yeah.
at heart.
Yeah,
it really
you're-
is.
I have 2 children, and I am drowning financially, physically, and emotionally. I need to sell something, or else my kids aren't going to have food tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a bunch of shirt ideas. Lucky I'm not selling people's kidneys. Other people's.
Other people's.
To
Yours in the
myself.
kidney trade.
So wait, what were you saying?
So the Greg fans are going to come up to me and they're going to go, I love Talktown. And they walk to me and go, welcome to Talktown. I go, that's right.
That's fun.
That's fun.
I'm
to
glad-
me,
That's
yeah.
fun for you.
They know.
Glad you
That's
have
great.
that.
And then
Yeah.
we get left out of that, and that's what I want.
Yeah, it's great.
To me, this podcast will always be welcome to Talktown.
It's fine, Greg.
Even when
Promote
you guys bring it up.
Promote it however you want.
Yeah, man, you can call it whatever,
Whatever you want.
It'll
We
be
can change the
labeled.
name every week.
It'll be
Who gives a
labeled
shit?
Talktown.
You can label
the
it
artwork will
Talktown.
say Talktown, the whole thing.
But you'll
But
call it
you
Welcome
want
to
to call it
Talktown.
Welcome to Talktown? Go right ahead, man.
Welcome to Talktown.
Welcome to Talktown.
Yeah, I like to be. I feel like the
I
welcoming
like
is nice.
saying that at the beginning, but I don't think it's
Yeah,
a title.
yeah. I think Talktown.
Yeah,
it's
Talktown
short and
guys,
sweet.
So you
Welcome to
guys go.
Talktown.
So when you guys open the episode, you go, welcome to Talktown. And I go, welcome to Talktown. Welcome to Talktown.
You do
No,
whatever.
we
to
say
Talktown.
welcome to Talktown.
Well, here's the thing.
Town.
The first 15 minutes will always be the floor is yours, Greg.
Yes.
Or the first 20
Yeah,
minutes.
that's how we start everything.
Yeah.
All right.
The
And I
floor
can
is
still
yours,
get
Greg.
high because that's
I
the
think
thing.
that's the point.
I enjoy getting high on
This
this.
is-
When you pitched this to me,
It's-
that was the idea.
It's called the floor is yours, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's what I know is you will need and this is not a knock on you, and I love this. You
better
will
say
need an unadulterated at least 20 minutes
Okay.
for you to say all your ideas. You had a story that happened to you 10 minutes ago. You had a dream you want to tell us about.
Yeah.
You had some thought about
I
trans
appreciate you
people.
understanding
Yeah.
me.
You know what I
Great.
mean?
Good.
So like those first 20
You're like
minutes.
my service animal.
Oh my God, you really are.
Yeah.
Little service cat.
Yeah.
We'll
So
have to
those
break it down about cats and dogs.
First 20
Oh,
minutes.
Greg's got to break it down.
20
about cats
minutes
and
or
dogs.
so, like, we'll play it by but
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like 20 minutes or so, that's the floor is yours, Greg. And then we go right
you also
in.
just do that maybe in the middle of the episode?
Whatever
Whenever you
want.
need the floor.
You
Yeah.
don't get a bell.
Yeah.
Like, can I break it up into like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes? All right.
I think preferably it would be like a whole
A chunk?
chunk.
Oh, so then you just get me out of the way.
No.
Can I leave after
no,
that?
but then you get. Can you leave?
No,
No.
because here's the thing. I mean, you can do it whenever you want. I
Right.
just know the way you
Yeah,
get
I
so
know.
excited about things you want to
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine a podcast starting with you going, "Oh, you go." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Not
yeah,
in a
yeah.
bad
Sure.
way, but just
No, but
in
just like you're
you
coming in
have-
hot.
You're coming in hot,
And we want to give you the space for that heat.
Yeah.
All right. And we can incorporate the orange hat even. If I come in with a orange hat, really. You know,
We have to wear orange hats.
We're
Yeah,
gonna have to
that's
do the orange
literally
hats.
the
I
only.
can't wear a black hat and go, I don't know, throw it on Livey for this one. I'm out. That's crazy.
No, we get like hunters hats, the orange
Oh, with the
hunters
flaps?
hats with the flaps.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
I
we
could just
could wear
tape a
those.
timer on it, I guess.
Sure.
I know
Sure.
a guy in China who might be able to make these for us.
Crazy sentence.
Oh,
That's my
Greg's
mom.
hosting is over, and that seems to be the end of the podcast. Should
No,
we
no.
write some letters to your sons?
Let me just break it down.
But I do think with letters to the sons,
Letters
to
letters to your
sons to close
sons,
it out.
should we
All right.
always have a
Next
close
week, I'm
out.
going to break down cats and dogs. We'll save that for next week.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean, though.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
Every week you come in a folder or whatever, however you want to do it. You write down these are all the things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
It like basically it's your podcast for 20 minutes, and then it's like we play a game, and then
Letters to my son.
an invention,
invention,
and then letters to your
and then
son.
ours.
Okay.
I even think like invention. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah,
Who's going to pay for all of this?
Nobody.
What?
This is all.
There's-
So I'll be free, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and an invention. No, I'm just trying to think about how to break down the
Yeah.
workload.
Yeah, we just do this later.
Okay.
We could do that part later.
Yeah.
We could do this thing you're saying now. I think we could do later.
Okay.
And I love you, and I think you're so funny. I just think that.
How did it become this?
Am I losing it? Am I losing it? I might be losing it. I got a bell. I gotta get a bell. I got a bell. I'll have to get a bell that I ring when I'm losing it. When I'm losing it, I go.
Oh, you're getting just super high. You're too high.
Oh,
A little
I see.
high, but
Yeah,
also
okay, I see what's happening.
self-conscious.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
The
okay,
anxieties
okay,
are
okay.
creeping their way back in.
I got. Yeah,
I
we
see.
can do this later.
And
Yeah.
Riz,
Yeah.
you got to bring him in a cage or something.
Yeah, I got to get Riz in the mix.
You gotta get Riz in
He's got to
here.
come to these,
We
even
should
though
mic
you're
him.
allergic, right?
Very,
Oh, okay.
but I
Well,
love him.
Oh, also, sorry. Because I mean, well, I'm sure stuff like will happen with
Well,
us throughout the week that we'll want to talk about
Yeah,
too.
yeah, at
so
some point
throw
we
that
should
in the
talk.
mix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
we
would
should
love to hear
talk.
from you guys.
Yeah.
We'll have
yeah.
like little moments of
Yeah.
what's
you
up
guys
with
should
us.
can also get 15 or 10 or 5.
Yeah, I probably
Yeah.
only need 5 or 10.
5. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's
2
perfect.
5s.
Well, I'll take your
And a
then I'll take your
15.
other 15s.
But that's not.
If you're
No.
only do 5.
So I think so. Basically, it's
Well,
like
we still gotta have room for all of our other stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Of
it's like
course.
a game. Pretty much every week we do a game, an invention, letters to your son, and then other than that, like it's more a bit of a free for all. But
Yeah.
stuff
Okay.
we came to the table with, I want to talk about these things rather than like
Yeah.
like here's segments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
But
just
but I love the Riz game, and I love
Yeah.
Talk Town, the invention. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I
So,
love Invention Hall.
Yeah.
But did
I
you
love Talktown, and we can do. You keep coming up with segments.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
You
All right.
keep
You
that
keep doing
up.
that. That document is a living document.
should
Yeah.
I get a divorce? That's going to be a good
Oh
one.
yeah. Should I
Yeah.
get a divorce?
Great.
Great segment.
Great
Right.
segment.
Yeah, and it's also you and me. do it.
Yeah. You guys ask me if you guys should get divorced based on
perfect.
how many hot women are eyeballing you. How often do you think that's happening?
Every time I
No,
get on
God.
stage.
But
not allowed to look away.
It's alarming in the other direction, and it depresses me.
I'm a living orange hat.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are a walking orange.
But you,
hat.
Anthony, they smile at you a lot.
not anymore. No.
Wait, are you talking
Those
about me?
days are over.
Just frowning.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Just
frowning. It's a
women
lot
frowning
of
at you in
eye
public.
rolls. It's a lot of It's a lot of exhales, hard exhales. I'm getting where I go. Okay, I got these days are over.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Oh yeah, same. I'm walking around. They're like, "There's a cat at home." I'm
Yeah,
not dealing
they're
with
like,
that.
they're almost like, "Are you serious? Like,
Yeah.
how dare you?" And I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I'll say
tough.
women look
It's
at me
tough.
a lot, but they look at me like this.
Well, yeah, they're nervous.
they're very nervous." Yeah.
And they slowly back away. And I go, I'm not following you.
We'll show you. You have your steak knife out.
Yeah,
We
I
should
do.
have
Well, I had a
clips of
snake.
us talking about how the podcast will work released as the promo teasing the podcast coming.
I also had this sketch idea.
Yeah.
What I do.
This is a
Oh,
good idea.
we're doing a sketch?
Yeah, well, this is just for myself.
Sketch
where
time.
I would show how quickly I can introduce myself to people on the street. So I just like, red light. Hey, how you doing, Greg Stone? How are you? You know,
Why?
like, because I think I could do it in under like 6 seconds.
Wait, what do you mean?
So you just
You think you could say,
a
"Hi, I'm Greg
series-
Stone" quickly? I mean, you just did.
A series of short videos of me introducing myself quickly to people. Like, just walk up to a guy at a pizza and go, "These prices are out of control." Greg Stone, how you doing? You know what I mean? Just 1,000 of those.
That's very funny.
That's Talktown.
Okay.
It's crazy. I see the vision for that.
I
Yeah,
do.
I think
I
it's really
actually,
funny.
now that you've walked me through it, I
Yeah.
get it.
Greg Stone, how you doing?
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
Because I love those guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know exactly what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Can I say what my favorite thing is really quick?
Sure.
When you're in a public scenario and you're in public and there's other people around, and then you and someone else both realize something's going on, and you're like, "Oh, you see that?
it's
great.
That's
Yes.
crazy. That's
Great.
Who are these people? That's nuts, right?"
Great.
And then your friends.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing.
It's great.
The pandemic robbed that from us for years, and now
Yeah,
it's kind of
that-
back.
Yeah, no.
A shared trauma, a light trauma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or just like seeing something kind of crazy and being like, right?
Right.
Totally.
I love that. That is
Yeah.
my favorite thing on the planet.
That is a great thing. That is a great life thing.
It is a
for
good
sure.
life thing.
Think about how many people that happened to in Oklahoma City, when McVeigh
What?
blew up that building. A lot of people went, oh my God, together. But you're not happy, but they're like, Jesus, what the fuck is this? I have to go to work. Now it's going to be late.
What the fuck is this? I have to go to work.
Well, you do think that. You're not proud you thought that.
I know.
But in
It
the
is.
moment, you do
Yeah.
think
Whenever
it.
they're like, well, someone died on the train. I'm like, but I'm trying to go to a show. It's tough.
Hard left.
Hard left.
Yeah. Wasn't really
Hard
expecting
left.
Oklahoma City bombing to come into this episode, but you got there.
Hard left is a segment.
Hard left is absolutely a
Hard
segment.
left. Hardly interrupt. You go, guys, hard left.
Hard left.
Hard left.
You do have to say hard left before you transition out of a topic. If you're
Yeah.
going to go somewhere really far, that should be a rule.
Okay, I'll say this. You
Yeah.
guys want to just do letters to my son, and then we
Yeah,
can get out of
and
here?
then we'll get out of here.
Sure.
You start, Anthony.
I thought you would start because it's your son's.
Yeah, and I assumed you wrote a letter.
Oh no! Why would
No,
that have
letters to
happened?
my son is every day at the end of the episode. I say, I just want you to know. I said a lot of things on this episode that I don't want you to remember. These letters to my son is me worried that I'm going to die tomorrow, and all my children have left are the podcasts I've been on.
Wow.
So I would like to put a segment in where I can say something nice to them,
Right.
Okay.
so that they know their father was
Yes.
a good person.
I see,
Okay.
I see.
Right?
Okay.
Now, like today, I said a thing about maybe Jewish people and the what was it? You guys looked at me at one point and I said, "Oh, now I know." It was N-word related. It wasn't N-word related, but you guys made
This
it
is
racist.
all the letter.
Yes.
Why are you re-litigating the things you don't want them to think
'Cause
about?
I'll die on this, but I want my children to know that I was just trying to make people laugh.
Okay.
And that it was not through any means of feeling people are lesser than. I think we're all equal, and I love everyone. That's okay.
It's good.
Now, do you guys have something to say to Luke and Calvin?
Oh yeah.
No.
Any kind
Dear,
of advice is good.
yeah, dear Calvin and Luke. Yeah, your father, he loved you very much. As you know, he died in a tragic wakeboarding accident. He shouldn't have been out on that lake, but there he was trying to impress people he never met before, for the sake of vanity.
Very
yeah,
much
just
me, except
know
for the
that
athletic
everything
part.
you're gonna hear about his opinions on Jewish people are not all true. Some are.
Light anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
Light.
So
Light.
Playful.
Playful.
Yeah, just take the good with the bad and try to extract what you can from him. That wasn't playfully anti-Semitic.
Right. I had an epiphany real quick. Hard left. I'm doing this in case I die, but if I die, you're also doing it, which means you aren't talking to my children after I've died, in which I would say, Anthony, you need to remain their uncle.
Oh, so I'm
Oh.
still alive.
In this scenario, yeah. I don't,
Okay. I thought maybe we all died.
Oh, that's a fun way. I just figured I'm probably going to die.
We all are, unless
Oh,
you
let's
figure out
talk
this
as if we're dead.
immortality thing.
Letters to my son can be any way we want to be left.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Okay.
All right,
Sure.
Well, I'm done with my letter,
Oh, okay.
but it's good to know for the future.
Okay.
Right.
So it could be anything.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dear Calvin and Luke, I never met you, but you're very cute, and I've seen so many photos on your dad's phone, and I wasn't offended by the things he said.
Oh, good.
But I was worried. But then you always towed the line. He always got it back. He always brought us back to a nice place,
Yes. That's
and
a trick.
I
You
hope
always
that's
bring it
how
right
he's
back.
remembered.
Yeah. People get that, right? I try to bring it right back.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun because people go, "Is he?" And then you go, "No, it's coming from
no,
love. It's
it's
coming from
Greg.
Luz."
Well, I think it's a good idea
He's
too.
an orange hat. The fact that this is orange really satisfies me.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Well, I think it's a good idea too to apologize,
Apologies?
apologies,
Blanket apologies?
blanket apologies for what specifically you said on the podcast to get ahead of things. I think it's like a very funny idea to end the
Yes.
episode every time like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
but in the form of letters to your son.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And can we do a next time? No, never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
As we
because I
go.
think
Yeah,
this
is
still
good.
a
This is-
Patreon.
I just don't want
Yeah.
to hang up the phone.
I know.
we can
Well, we could put the mics down and
we
still
just
keep
put
talking.
the mics
All right.
down.
So follow us on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, we should, yeah. And buy
Yeah.
the shirt this week. But we have to decide right now what the shirt is real quick. Sorry.
Wait, didn't we have a good one?
I forgot what it
That's the
was.
shirt. No.
That's the shirt. No. Great.
yeah, yeah.
Done.
Great.
Yeah.
Pinnacle age.
Oh.
Maybe that's not the shirt. And working skin buttons.
Working skin buttons.
Working skin buttons.
Okay.
Is the shirt.
All right. So what do you guys vote on? What do you vote? Which one do you like?
I'm
It can
I
be
like
your own.
working skin buttons.
Yeah, I think that
All right,
is
working
the-
skin buttons.
That's the The big winner.
That's the thing. If it gets to you, I don't even get to vote because it's already 2-1.
Yeah, there's no breaking this wall.
Yep. Yeah.
It's true.
Working skin buttons.
We're a block,
Yeah.
like a voting block.
Well, then sometimes I'll go first.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
take turns.
Yeah.
Like hosting.
The link for the shirt will be in the bio.
You are talking about things that are so far beyond what's happening.
I'm looking to sell shirts.
That's what you're in the podcast business for, is to sell shirts.
Yeah. McDonald's is a real estate company. I'm a shirt salesman. People think I'm a comedian. I am a shirt salesman. All right.
Okay.
It's good.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to